Okay, the Makita DGA504Z, because it's a tool only, no batteries, no charger. Angle grinder, 18 volt cordless brushless angle grinder. This tool is also known in the States as the XAG03Z. So let's have a look what's in the box. Grinding wheel. Instructions and usual stuff, poster, warranty cards, handle, tool, wrench thing, guard, quick release guard, and that's just a grinding guard. And the tool. Let's talk about the guard for a moment. Here in New Zealand, all you get is the grinding guard. If you're in the States, you'll get a grinding guard, and you'll also get a cutting guard, which basically, instead of being open on this side, it'll be covered like that. So it's a half enclosed semicircle type dealie, and that stops all the sparks and shit from going out when you're grinding. Of course, you don't want that in the way. But over in New Zealand, you don't seem to see them too often. So just a little word on that. And here's the unit itself. Nice. Okay, on the Makita website, this is rated as 9,000 RPM, when actually only 8.5 according to the side there. The old Makita angle grinder, just by comparison, this is 125mm. The old Makita cordless ones were lithium ion 18 volt ones were only 115mm, so basically 5 inch or 4.5 inch. So these are rated slightly higher, yet they're also lower RPM, only 8,500, whereas the RPM on the previous model, the what was it 452, something like that, it had 11,000 RPM, which is surprisingly high for a cordless product. So anyway, this is brushless model. Because it's brushless, they can make it a bit thinner there, don't have to pack in brushes and what have you in there. So that's good. This is not a paddle version, it's a click on, click off one. It seems fairly easy to operate. I hate the paddle ones. I like to be able to hold the thing any which way I want, not having to always be holding the handle. Jeez, that's locked on tight. Wow. So of course on the top you've got the depress button there to lock a spindle. You're going to have to use the tool, don't use those very often. Man, they put that on tight. So there's where you will put your wheel. I won't put one on yet. Got a few sort of grooved on there, I don't know if you can see that, to help with the grip. And you've got depressed on one side, sticking out on the other, depending on how thick or thin your wheel or disc is. So it's a nice feeling tool. Now down here on the bottom, if we have a battery, you'll see it has a chargy dealie on it. So it'll show you how charged the battery is or not. Not, as the case may be. Should go get a different battery. So she's down to only 1 bar out of 3. I don't know why they do 3 on the tools and 4 on the batteries. Anywho, and some just have 1. It says it's nearly buggered or not. I don't know why they've got 3 different systems, something that just annoys me a little bit. Now you've got nice nice metal mesh grills there to stop the dust from getting in. The air intakes. It's a nice little feature. And she's got the star thing there, which means she's protected, overload, that sort of thing. It's also compatible with all the new batteries, of course, right up to 6 amp, which is all they've got at the moment. Handle can go left or right side, whichever way you want it. Your left or right hand. There's not one on the top, unfortunately, but you don't really need one on the top for these small grinders. So that's pretty basic. It's an angle grinder. Now it does have a soft start. Not hugely soft. Let's just try out this one. Seems a bit softer than that. Without the disc on, it's a bit hard to tell. Let's just quickly chuck this on, shall we? Doesn't have much of a brake to slow it down. Slightly soft start, not hugely. But you don't want ones that are too slow and soft, like one Ryobi grinder I've got, and you've got to wait 30 seconds for the damn thing to get up to speed. Right. So, also, you may have noticed when I showed you this, there's a little circle there. So as well as your battery indicator guide, there's a little circle. Now that'll light up green when you put too much pressure or torque on here. You need to crank up the torque because you're grinding away. It'll change speed, a little green light will come on there. Similar also to the brushless circular saws. They also have that where they'll kick up another gear. Seems to be something that manufacturers are putting in now. So that's quite a good feature. If you put extra pressure, the tool steps up its game. Right, I think now we need to go test it out. It's all good looking at it, but unless she cuts the mustard, so to speak, she ain't much chop. Stands up nicely. It's 8,500 RPM. This one is 9,100 supposedly. Just holding them, this one feels faster. Sounds faster. It takes a little bit longer to stop. It's surprising, I thought they'd stop a lot quicker than that. Some of you probably got me for doing that without taking the battery off, but I live in the real world, so that's okay. How does this puppy fit on here? Does it mean to fit on with that? Huh. That doesn't look terribly tight, does it? Not terribly tight, but there is an adjustable screw there. Tighten it up if you needed to. I mean, it's tight enough, I suppose. Not going to go anywhere. Right, anyway, let's go try it out. Now I don't have my old Makita battery 115mm angle grinder to test against the new brushless one, so I'm just going to use my old Hitachi one here. I'm using the same wheel that I took off the Makita one, just because this needs a smaller one because it's only 115mm, not 125mm. So let's see how it cuts. As you can see, there's a problem there that I've always had with this Hitachi angle grinder, is that it bogs down and stops cutting real easy. Any pressure, you know, I've had to put far less pressure on that than the Makita one, else this just cuts out. So the Makita wins that, that's for sure. Next up, I'm going to use the grinding disc that came with the grinder, 125mm of course by 6mm, or 5" by 1/4". So that's what that looks like. I'm gonna have a grind on this rusty old steel beam here. So I'll just start off lightly at first just to see how it runs, and then I'll put a bit of pressure on, see if I can get the green light to kick on for the torque settings, and then I will push it as hard as I can, sort of thing, and see if I can get it to stall. So I don't know how well you could hear that torque change. It's pretty hard to see in the sun whether the light was coming on or not. I did see it come on at least once. I could hear it slightly change. It didn't feel all that much different though, to tell you the truth. And then at the end there, I pushed down as hard as I could. I was really putting a lot of weight on that. For a moment I thought I wasn't going to be able to stop it, but I did manage to stall it. So yeah, it's got a lot more power in that front than the Hitachi one ever had. I mean, that Hitachi one grinding just stalls out so easy. In fact, I'll have a quick go at that now. Guys, a lot easier. So I've been using this Makita for a couple of weeks now. Haven't done a huge amount of work with it, but I've tried quite a few different things. It is far superior to the previous Makita brushed 115mm angle grinder, that's for sure, and far superior to my old Hitachi. I'll be getting rid of that shortly. Another thing Makita are doing now is you can get hole saws that you can thread straight onto the spindle here, and you can use them for drilling into concrete, ceramic tiles, that sort of thing. I'm not sure what size they go up to. They're not terribly big, I don't think. But I tried them out at a show and they were very cool. Okay, so that's the Makita DGA504 brushless 125mm angle grinder. Thanks for watching. Check out some of the other links at the end of this video or below to watch other tool reviews, and I'll see you all on the next one.